Hey, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. This isn't just another English lesson. It's your daily space to grow, to breathe, and to believe in yourself. You're not just learning words. You're learning to speak with confidence, to feel calm in your voice, and to trust your journey. Each sentence in this episode is a small, powerful affirmation. You can repeat it out loud. Let it sink quietly into your heart. No pressure. No judgment. It's just you and the gentle power of progress. Let's begin together. You woke up today. That already means something. You're alive. You're breathing. You're still here, and that means there's still time. Time to learn. Time to grow. Time to become the person you imagine in your mind. This podcast isn't just about learning English. It's about learning to believe in yourself in English. Every sentence you hear today is a seed. It's a small, powerful sentence you can plant inside your mind. Say it with me. Whisper it. Feel it. Repeat it. Because what you say to yourself becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes your life. Let's begin. I am learning something new every day. Even if it's small, even if it's just one word, that's still progress. It's still movement. Out. And I'm proud of. THAT, I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be real, to be brave, to keep showing up, no matter how messy it feels. Because showing up is stronger than staying silent. I trust my voice. Even when it shakes. Even when I forget the words. Voice matters. It carries the power of who I am. I am allowed to speak slowly. I'm allowed to pause and breathe. There is no rule that says I have to rush. My learning has its own rhythm. I honor that. I am not behind. I am on my path. The only comparison that matters is the one between who I was, who I'm becoming. English is not just a language. It's a tool, a bridge. Every time I practice, I'm building that bridge. Stronger, wider, more confident. I believe in repetition. Not because I'm slow, but because I'm smart. Repetition is how my brain grows roots. Deep, strong roots that will not shake in fear. Mistakes are not the enemy. They are the teachers. Every mistake shows me something new. Every mistake is a light, not a shadow. I do not run from them. I walk through them. I will not apologize for trying. Trying means I'm moving. Trying means I care. And that effort builds my future. I am patient with myself. Like I would be with a friend. I speak kindly to my own heart. Because harsh words don't build confidence, kind ones do. I celebrate the small wins. One clear sentence, one good conversation, one brave question. I notice it. I honor it. I build. On it, confidence is not volume. It's not shouting. It's not showing off. Confidence is being at peace with your own progress. And I am learning that every day. I let go of shame. Shame is not mine to carry. I am a learner. I am not supposed to know everything yet. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm growing. I allow myself to enjoy the process, even when it's hard, even when I feel slow, because joy is part of the journey. It's not just the destination. Today, I choose to believe in myself. Not because everything is easy, but because I know I've survived so much already. I've done hard things. I can do this too. My accent is not a mistake. It's a map. It shows where I come from. It holds my story. And that story, MATTERSI. Take breaks without guilt. Rest is not weakness. Rest is part of learning. When I rest, I restore. And when I restore, I return stronger. I am not stuck. I am building. Even when the growth is quiet, even when it's invisible to others, I see it. I feel it. That's enough. I speak even when I'm nervous. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means go. Carefully. Go. Gently. But go. My words have value, even if they're simple, even if they're broken. Because behind every word is my heart, and that heart is brave. I am a work in progress, and that's beautiful. That means I'm alive. That means I'm not done. And I love that about myself. I celebrate progress, not perfection. Each step forward is a victory. Each sentence spoken is a celebration. I don't wait for perfect. I move with courage. I learn in my own way. There's no single path, no one-size-fits-all. My journey is mine, and that makes it powerful. I breathe through frustration. It doesn't last forever. It's just a wave. And I let it pass while I keep learning. I am becoming the speaker I used to dream of being. Not all at once. Word by word. Moment by moment. Every day, I become more fluent in my own power. I don't have to wait for motivation. I can create it. By starting. By moving. By saying one word out loud. Even when I don't feel ready, I give myself permission. To speak wrong and still feel right, because every great speaker once started with broken sentences too. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about getting it out. I learn better when I'm kind to myself. When I stop the inner critic and become my own best friend. That voice matters. That softness helps me grow. I release the fear of being judged. Other people's opinions are not my truth. What I say, what I try, what I build, that's what defines me. I am capable of change. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels heavy, I've changed before. I will change again. I see the good in my journey. Even when I fall behind, even when I make mistakes, there's still good, still light, still movement forward. I don't speak for applause. I speak for expression, to connect, to share, to grow. And that is enough. The hard days don't cancel my progress. They're part of it. Every time I get back up, I become stronger. I choose to make my environment support my growth. I listen to positive voices. I read words that lift me up. I surround myself with things that remind me I am becoming. Even 5 minutes of English today is a gift to my future self. A small gift that adds up, drops of water becoming a river. My journey is not just academic. It's emotional. It's mental. It's personal. I am not learning English. I'm learning to believe in myself. I can say this sentence. I am proud of how far I've come. Even if I want to go further. Even if I still feel unsure. Because pride isn't only for the finish line. It's for the middle too. I do not have to translate everything. I am slowly thinking in English. And that is growth. That is fluency. It's happening. Even when I don't see it, I give myself credit, because effort is energy, and energy is valuable. I am doing the work, and that work is sacred. I remember, there's no age limit for learning, no deadline for dreams. Not too old. I'm not too late. I'm right on time. I don't need to compare myself to others. I don't know their path, but I know mine. and mine is filled with purpose. I am not invisible. My voice matters, whether I speak with an accent or pause to find my words. I still deserve to be heard. Confidence is built, not born. I build. Yet every time I try, every time I raise my hand, every time I practice, even when no one is watching, my progress is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's hidden, but it is still real, and I trust it. I show up for myself, not just for tests, not just for school, but for my own future. Because I'm worth the effort, I learn better when I smile.
When I take the pressure off.
When I remember that learning can be joyful, playful, fun. English isn't just a subject, it's a door. I open that door every day. And each time I get a little further inside, a little more confident, a little more free, I don't quit because it's hard. I pause, I rest. And then I return with more fire. I believe in myself enough to keep going, even when it's lonely, even when I don't see results yet, because the seeds I plant now will bloom later. I repeat what I want to remember. I say it again. I say it out loud because my mouth and my mind are learning to dance. There's no shame in asking questions. That's how learning grows. That's how confidence begins. I ask. I try. I rise. English is not something I chase, something I build. One sound, one phrase, one moment at a time. I speak to understand, not to impress. I don't need big words to have big impact. Even simple sentences can carry powerful meaning. I allow myself to make slow progress, because slow is not weak. Slow is steady, and steady becomes strong. I don't wait to feel brave. I act first, and then bravery follows. It grows with each word I speak, each effort I make. I know that fluency is not a finish line. It's a feeling. It's the moment I stop hiding, the moment I stop shrinking. Now, the moment I say, this is my voice, I'll use it. I remind myself. It's okay to say, can you repeat that? It's okay to say, I don't understand. That's not failure. It's participation. That's learning in real time. I'm not here to memorize, I'm here to live this language, to speak it with feeling, to use it when I order food, when I ask for help, when I dream. Every word I speak in English is a brave step. Not everyone sees it, but I feel it. I'm proud of that step. The words I say to myself shape the way I show up in the world. So I choose them carefully. I speak with encouragement, with patience, with love. It's okay to forget. It's okay to pause, date. It's okay to laugh at my own mistakes, because laughter keeps me learning. Joy keeps me going. I no longer call myself bad at English. That's not true. I am growing in English. I am improving. I am on the way. Some people may speak faster, some may know more words, but no one has my story. No one has my voice. And that makes my English unique. I celebrate what I understand today, even if it's just one new word. That word is mine now. It belongs to me. I breathe when I feel stuck. I take a moment. I remind myself, I've done hard things before. This is just one more. Learning isn't a straight line. It's a spiral. I come back to things I thought I knew, and I learn them deeper. When I speak out loud, I activate my power. Not just my grammar, not just my vocabulary, but my presence. Every new phrase I learn is a tool, and tools make me stronger. Don't need them all at once. I just need to keep collecting them. I speak even when my voice shakes, because it's not about sounding perfect. It's about showing up. And I'm showing up today. If I make a mistake in front of others, that doesn't mean I'm less intelligent. It means I'm courageous. I'm willing to learn publicly. That's brave. I let go of shame when I mispronounce. I try again. I shape the word with love. I don't hide from it, I grow through it. My accent is not a flaw. It's part of my fingerprint. It tells the world where I come from and how far I've come. I use English as a mirror to reflect who I'm becoming. A communicator, a learner, a speaker of courage. I am more than grammar rules. I am more than tests and scores. I am a human being, and I deserve to be understood. When I speak, I don't need to be fast. I need to be clear. Clear comes from calm, from practice, from trust in myself. Every sentence I speak today is building confidence, not just knowledge, but belief. Belief in my ability to learn, to grow, to rise. I know that no one is perfect. Even native speakers pause. Even teachers make mistakes. So I forgive myself. And I keep going. I'm not in competition with anyone. This journey's mine. I'm walking it with strength. I allow English to be part of my life. Not something outside of me, but something I carry with me. Something that walks beside me. Every day, I no longer say I'm bad at speaking. I now say I'm practicing speaking, because I am. And practice is how everything grows. I trust the process even when I don't see results yet. I trust that every small effort adds up, like invisible threads weaving into something beautiful. I take deep breaths when I speak, because breathing connects me to my words. It slows me down. It gives my thoughts space. It makes me feel safe. I can say I'm still learning with pride, not as an excuse, but as a truth. Because learning is a lifelong gift, and I choose to keep receiving it. I remember that my voice has power, even if it's soft. Even if it's unsure, it still matters, still carries meaning. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. My effort speaks for me. My courage speaks for me. My growth speaks for me. Even when no one is listening, I still speak. Because I'm not only speaking for others, I'm speaking for myself. Every time I choose to keep going, even when it's hard. Even when I feel tired, I remind myself, this is what growth looks like. I learn best when I feel safe. When I don't punish myself for getting it wrong, so I create that safety within me, with kind thoughts, with patient practice, with gentle effort. Some days are slower than others, but that doesn't mean I've stopped. It just means I'm human, and that's okay. I allow my mind to rest sometimes. Rest is not the opposite of progress. It's part of it. I know more than I think I do. Sometimes it just takes the right moment, the right feeling for my knowledge to come out. Am not failing. I am learning, and learning can be messy, but it's always meaningful. I take up space with my words. I don't shrink, don't hide. I speak because I have something to say. I let go of the fear of being laughed at, because no one's laughter is stronger than my desire to grow. I'd rather speak imperfectly than stay silent forever. My mistakes are temporary, but my progress is permanent. Each time I try, I create something lasting. I remind myself, fluency is not a moment. It's a journey. I'm already on it. Right now, with every word, I don't chase speed. I chase clarity, Because when I speak with love, with care, people listen. I let my English be messy if it needs to be. Because real growth isn't always clean. It's honest. I am honest with myself. I don't let fear stop me from trying. Fear is just a signal, a reminder that something matters, and this matters to me.
So I keep going.
I am not behind. I'm exactly where I need to be to learn the next lesson. I trust that. Relax into that. There is no rule that says I have to be fluent overnight. There is no clock ticking. Only my rhythm, only my pace, and that pace is enough. I don't wait for perfect grammar to speak. I speak to get better at grammar. Speaking is not the end. It's the path. And I'm walking it with courage. I speak even when the sentence feels awkward. Because I know with time and practice that awkwardness becomes flow. I remind myself. Fluency grows in small, silent places. In the quiet moments when I choose to say just one more sentence, just one more try, just one more yes. Don't blame myself for forgetting words. I smile, I pause, and I try again, because every word I forget teaches me how to remember. I can ask for help without shame. Asking shows that I care. I want to improve that I am open. Openness is strength. Even when I feel stuck, I am not failing. I'm just in the middle of learning something new. And the middle always feels unclear. But it's where the magic happens. I don't need to speak like someone else. I need to speak like me, in my way, with my rhythm, my voice. I learn better when I speak out loud, because hearing my voice helps me believe in it, helps me claim, it helps me grow into it. I take pride in learning, because not everyone is brave enough to start, but I did. And that says something powerful about me. I release the fear of being slow. Slow is not weak. Slow is mindful. Slow is careful. And sometimes, slow is exactly what I need. I give myself permission to learn like a child with curiosity, wonder, with laughter. Without fear of being wrong, I am building something beautiful, not just language, but confidence, resilience, and belief in myself. I say this sentence now. I am becoming a strong English speaker. And I say it again, even if it feels new, even if it feels hard, because I know it's true. Each word I say is a gift too. My future. Every time I open my mouth, I am investing in who I will become. I am not lazy. I am not behind. I am doing my best with the energy I have, and that is enough. I choose to enjoy the process, to find the fun, to laugh at myself sometimes. Because laughter is the sound of learning without fear. Even when I'm tired, I can do just one thing. One word, one sentence, not one moment, is still movement, I remind myself. Perfection is not the goal. Connection is. And I can connect, even with broken English, because people feel intention more than they hear grammar. I let go of the idea that I have to speak like a textbook. I speak like a person, with feeling, with emotion, with truth. I let my voice be heard not just in class, not just in tests, but in life, in real conversations. With real people, I say, my English is not perfect, but I'm proud of what I've learned. Because I earned every word I know. With effort, with time, with heart. I speak even when I make mistakes, because that's how I learn. That's how I grow. That's how I find my voice. I don't need to wait until I feel confident. Confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Confidence follows the effort. Even if I say one sentence today that matters, that's a seed. And tomorrow, it will grow. I am allowed to be proud of small wins. I don't need a certificate to celebrate. One sentence spoken, one fear faced, one lesson understood, that is success. I choose to speak even when I'm unsure, because silence doesn't teach me. Speaking does. Even broken words can build strong muscles. I let go of the pressure to sound like a native speaker, because I am not here to erase my identity. I am here to add to it, to expand it, to grow as myself, not as someone else. I allow myself to slow down. I don't need to rush through my words. I speak with care, with presence, with clarity. It's okay to not know what to say sometimes. Pauses are part of speech. Even silence has meaning, and I respect that space. I give myself the same kindness I give to others. If I'd be gentle with a friend, I'll be gentle with myself too. I trust that every mistake is a lesson, not a reason to quit, not a reason to feel shame. Mistakes are part of every success story. I remember, every great speaker was once a beginner. They stumbled, they hesitated, they felt the same fear. They kept going. I don't need to be perfect to be powerful. My voice has value as it is, raw, honest, unpolished, real. I speak from my heart because language is more than structure. It's energy, it's connection, it's human. Even when I feel like giving up, I take one small step. Because giving up ends growth. But one more step keeps the door open. I honor the courage it takes to start over, to try again, to speak again. Because that courage will carry me through. I remember that every time I speak, my brain is learning. Even if I don't. Notice it? It's working. It's rewiring. It's remembering. Fluency is not a finish line. It's a feeling of flow. And today, I feel a little closer to that flow. I release fear, fear of judgment, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being enough, because I am enough. My journey is not a race. It's a rhythm. I move in my own time, at my own pace. Own light. I don't wait until I feel ready. Before I'm ready. And that's what builds my strength. I am not just learning English. I'm learning to trust myself, to stand tall, to speak up, to be heard. Every time I try, I remind myself, trying is brave. Trying is rare. Trying is powerful. I no longer say I can't. I now say, I'm learning how, because how opens the door. How keeps me moving. I understand that learning takes time, and I don't rush that time. I walk with it. I grow inside it. I allow it to unfold. I don't measure my progress by speed. I measure it by courage, by how often I keep going, even when it feels uncomfortable. I repeat what matters. Because repetition is not weakness. It's mastery. It's how my mind remembers. It's how my voice becomes stronger. I am not embarrassed by my journey. This is what learning looks like. This is what becoming sounds like. And I'm proud of it. I forgive myself when I forget, because forgetting is part of remembering. It's a cycle. And I trust the cycle. I speak even when I feel awkward, because confidence lives on the other side of awkward. I keep going until speaking feels natural, and it will. I know it's okay to need subtitles, to replay a sentence, to ask again. That's not weakness, that's dedication. I see my own effort, even if no one claps, even if no one notices. I notice. And I celebrate. I choose learning over ego. I'd rather ask and grow than pretend and stay stuck. Growth matters more than image. I don't fear mistakes in conversation. I welcome them, because every time I get stuck, I build new understanding. Even if my grammar is broken, my message is still whole. People feel that truth. I don't give up on a hard lesson. I give it more time. I come back to it later. I learn it when I'm ready. I trust myself to get there. I am building a habit, a daily habit of belief, of practice, of speaking out loud. I speak English not because I have to, but because I want to. Because it gives me freedom. Because it gives me options. Because it gives me voice. I allow myself to enjoy this, find beauty in the small moments. The aha, the I got it. The smile when I finally understand. I celebrate when I catch a word in a movie. When I read a sentence without translation, when I say something and someone understands, that's real progress. It's real magic. I say this to myself now. I'm doing better than I think. Because I am. Because I've already come far. I'm still going. I no longer let one bad day define me. A rough lesson doesn't erase my progress. It's just one part of the story. I keep writing the next chapter. I know my effort is not invisible. I don't see it every day, but it's building. It's layering. It's rising underneath. When I get stuck, I take a breath, and I remind myself, this is part of the process, not the end. I am not weak for needing help. Asking for help is strength. It means I care. It means I'm growing. I release the pressure to say it perfectly. I focus on saying it clearly, with heart, with honesty. With presence, my brain is working for me. Even when I feel slow, even when I feel tired, it's building pathways. It's learning patterns. It's doing the work silently. I don't punish myself for forgetting. I give myself more chances too. Remember, because the brain loves practice. I am here to practice. I remind myself that fluency is not a test I pass. It's a life I build. And every word I speak is a brick in that foundation. I am not waiting for permission to speak. I give that permission to myself, right here, right now, even if it's imperfect, even if I stumble. I understand that confidence doesn't mean I never get nervous. It means I show up anyway, with shaking hands, with a beating heart, and still I speak. I believe in starting small, small steps, small words, small wins. They are the seeds of big changes. My learning style is valid. Whether I learn best by listening, by reading, by repeating, or by moving, I trust my own brain. I trust my way. When I forget a word, I stay calm. Because there is always another way to express myself, and I am smart enough to find it. I am allowed to take my time when I speak. I don't need to rush, because rushed words are not stronger than thoughtful ones. Even when others interrupt, I gently continue, because I am worth hearing. My voice has space. My message has weight. I focus on what I know, not just what I don't, because what I know is already more than I had yesterday. I stop saying sorry for my English. Instead, I say thank you for your patience, because I'm not here to apologize for growing. I remind myself nobody speaks perfectly all the time. It's not in any language. So I give myself the freedom to speak naturally, to make mistakes, to be human. I no longer hide behind silence. I choose sound. I choose speech, even when it's rough, because that sound is proof of my progress. I don't let one bad experience stop me. A hard conversation, a confusing sentence, a misunderstood word, it doesn't define me. I keep learning. I honor every moment I feel scared and speak anyway. 'Cause that's not just learning English, that's becoming brave. When I don't understand something, I ask. And that question is not a weakness, it's a doorway to clarity. I am proud of the way I show up. Tired or not, busy or not, afraid or not, I still show up. And that is power. Asterisk, I let go of old labels. I'm shy. I'm slow. I'm not good at English. Those words don't serve me. I replace them with new ones. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm finding my voice. I practice English because it expands me. It stretches my mind. It opens new doors. It helps me connect. And that connection makes my world bigger. Even one sentence today is worth celebrating. That sentence is practice. That sentence is proof. That sentence is me saying, I'm still becoming. I don't wait for a classroom to speak. I speak in life, to friends, to strangers, to myself. Because life is the best practice room. I no longer fear making the same mistake twice. That repetition is part of learning. I fall, I rise, I adjust, and I grow. I give myself credit, because no one else knows how hard I try, how much I push, how often I want to quit, but don't. I trust that one day I'll look back and smile at all the times I thought I wasn't improving, when in fact I was transforming. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be real, to speak as I am, to grow as I go, to rise, not by being flawless, but by being fearless. I do not need long words to say something meaningful. Even the shortest sentence can hold the biggest truth. I remind myself, it's okay to translate sometimes. It's okay to pause and think. I'm not a machine. I'm a learner, and I deserve time. I'm learning how to be kind to myself, not only in my language, but in my thoughts, because kindness is what helps me stay focused, stay grounded, stay growing. I no longer say I should be better by now. Instead, I say, I'm still showing up. That matters more than speed. There is no shame in needing more time. There is strength in continuing. And I am continuing. I allow myself to celebrate quiet progress. The sentence I understood, the word I remembered, the confidence I felt. For just 1 second, that's progress, and I honor it. I don't punish myself for yesterday's mistakes. Yesterday's over. Today is fresh, and I am new today. New chances, new courage, new light. I say what I can, not what I think I should. Say, because my words don't have to impress, they just have to be mine. I speak even when it's messy, because clarity comes after the mess. After the confusion, after the silence, that's where clarity lives. Every time I speak in English, I'm telling the world I am willing to grow in front of you. That is bold, that is powerful, it is rare. When I feel lost, I come back to one simple thing. I breathe. And then I try again. My English may not be perfect, but my effort is, my determination is, my growth is. I don't need a reason to believe in myself. I choose to, because belief is not earned, it's given. And I give it to myself today. I let go of the need to be correct all the time. Learning is not about being right, it's about being open. And I am open. If I forget something today, I'll remember it tomorrow. If I don't, I'll try again the next day. That's how growth works. It keeps showing up. My voice is not too quiet. It's learning to rise. It's finding its power. And every time I speak, that power grows. Even if I feel nervous, I remind myself I've done hard things before. I faced new things before, and this is just one more. I am not just learning a language. I'm building courage. Learning to face fear and speak anyway. And that courage will stay with me long after the words are fluent. I choose to be patient, because impatience makes learning painful. But patience makes it beautiful. I speak without apology, because my voice doesn't need permission. It already belongs here. It already matters. I remind myself that learning is not a straight road. There are turns, there are stops. There are moments when I feel lost, but I keep moving. And that's what matters. Even on the days I doubt myself, I still try, and trying during doubt. That's real courage. I release the idea that I need to speak fast. Speed is not the goal. Connection is. Understanding is. Peace is I know this truth. Confidence grows when I show up, not when I get everything right, but when I keep trying, especially when I don't. I allow myself to enjoy my voice, not just tolerate it, not just use it, but love it. Because this is the voice that carries my future. Every mistake is proof that I'm trying, that I care, that I'm in the process. Mistakes are movement. They are never the end. Even when my accent feels strong, I remind myself that accent means I'm brave, enough to speak in a second language. And that is something powerful. I don't need to explain my pace to anyone. Fast or slow, smooth or broken, I'm still learning. And I'm still growing. I don't let fear make my choices. Fear may sit beside me, but it does not drive. I keep going, with fear, through fear, till fear fades. I remind myself that progress doesn't always feel exciting. Sometimes it feels quiet, ordinary, subtle, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm not just speaking English. I'm practicing belief. Every time I say something new, I'm also saying to myself, I can do this. Even if others speak better than me, I still belong in the conversation. 'Cause effort is enough, presence is enough. I am enough. When I feel tired, I rest without guilt, 'cause rest is not weakness. It's what allows me to return stronger. I say yes to help, yes to guidance, yes to teachers, yes to asking questions. 'Cause asking is not weakness, it's wisdom. I take responsibility for my learning, not as pressure, but as power. Because the more I own it, the more I shape it. I do not wait to feel ready. I begin messy. I begin unsure. But I begin. My worth is not measured by how well I speak. It's measured by the courage it takes to keep going, to try, to fail, to rise again. I let go of the voice that says, "You're not good enough." And I replace it with, "You're doing better than you think." Even if I forget what I learned yesterday, that's okay. Learning is not about holding everything at once. It's about coming back again and again. My goal is not perfection. My goal is freedom, to speak, to express, to live fully in my own words. I trust that everything I say, everything I repeat, everything I practice is building something I can't yet see. And one day I'll speak a sentence that once felt impossible, and it will feel natural, and I'll smile, 'cause I'll know I didn't give up. I remind myself that even when no one is watching, the work I do still counts, still builds, still matters. I'm not learning English to impress. I'm learning it to express, to connect, to share what's inside me with the world. I let go of the thought it's too late for me, 'cause growth doesn't have an expiration date, and I am right on time. I speak not to be perfect, but to be understood. And I trust that my message, even if not flawless, still has power. Every new word I learn is like a light turning on. Over time, the whole room becomes brighter, clearer, more familiar. I no longer call myself just a beginner, a learner. And learners are builders, creators, dreamers in motion. I give myself permission to enjoy my learning. Not just push through it, but feel joy inside it, because joy is what keeps the journey alive. I am not here to compete. I'm here to grow, and the only person I compare myself to is the version of me from yesterday. I practice not to be perfect, but to become present, to be fully here, in this moment.
Ow.
With these words, even when I can't say it perfectly, I can still say it honestly. And honesty reaches further than grammar ever will. I no longer fear being corrected. Corrections are gifts. They guide me forward. They help me improve. I welcome them. My learning is valid, whether it's fast or slow, loud or quiet. It's traditional or creative. It's mine. It works for me. When I don't feel confident, I act anyway, because courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing to move through fear. I remember the moment I first started, how nervous I felt, how unsure I was. And I look at how far I've come. That journey is my proof. I give myself the freedom to sound like myself, not to imitate others, but to grow into my own voice, my own rhythm, my own power. My accent is not a problem to fix. It is a sound filled with history, with love, with strength, and I embrace it. I learn better when I trust myself, when I stop doubting. When I give myself space to explore, I am not afraid of forgetting because I know I'll remember again. And when I do, it'll stick even deeper. I breathe before I speak. I pause without shame. Because silence is not failure, it's preparation. It's power gathering itself. I don't force words. I let them come like water, like light, like breath. I am not just learning English. I'm learning to show up for myself, to be seen, to be heard, to be proud. Even if I only speak one word today, that word matters. That word is progress. Word belongs to me now. I give myself permission to begin again as many times as I need. There is no shame in starting over, only strength. I remind myself that I don't need to sound perfect to be powerful. My message is clear, even if my words aren't perfect, because my heart speaks louder than my grammar. I no longer fear pauses in conversation. Pauses are not mistakes, they are space.
Ow.
And in that space, I gather strength. I trust that my brain is learning, even when I don't feel it, even when I can't see it. Growth is quiet sometimes, but it is always working. Every sentence I speak adds to the foundation I'm building. And I trust that foundation, because I built it with my own effort, my own courage. I speak for the future version of myself, the one who will say, I remember when this was hard, and now I speak with ease. I don't need to have all the words right now. I just need to have the will to keep trying. The words will come. The fluency will come, but the will must come first. I speak even if I stumble, even if I doubt, even if I'm tired. Because the more I speak, the stronger I become. Every time I repeat a phrase, I make it mine. It becomes part of my voice, part of my identity, part of my story. I know now my English doesn't need to sound like anyone else's. It just needs to sound like me. Real, honest, growing. I allow learning to be a lifelong journey. There is no finish line. There is no pressure, just progress. Just presence. I say to myself, I'm proud of what I've done, even if I'm not where I want to be, because every step forward counts. I give myself peace. Peace to learn slowly. Peace to be unsure. Peace to be exactly where I am. This voice I'm using now, it's stronger than before. It's braver. It's clearer. And it's mine. Even if no one sees my practice. Even if no one hears my effort. I know, and I honor myself for it. I no longer say, I'm bad at English. I say, I'm learning English. And that's powerful. Because learners become speakers. Speakers become confident. I let go of perfection, and I hold on to progress. Because progress is real. It's honest. And it stays. I no longer wait. For the right time to speak, the right time is now. This moment, this breath, sentence. Even when I feel stuck, I remind myself, stuck is temporary. Growth is still happening. I take pride in my journey because I've kept going when it was hard, when it was slow, when it didn't feel exciting. I show up every day in small ways with quiet power. And that's what makes me unstoppable. I say it now and I believe it. I am becoming fluent. In language, in courage, in myself. You made it. And that means something. You gave your mind something good today. You gave your heart a little courage, and your voice is getting stronger. If you don't feel it yet, you don't have. To be perfect, to keep going, you just have to keep showing up. And you did that today. So take a breath, feel proud. And when you're ready, come back tomorrow. We'll be here, growing, speaking, and believing. Together.